Hey yo. Starting out today with a bit of a guilty pleasure. aka Star Rail. Because they have a streaming event going on. And I do like my chase, so... Afterwards I'm going back to Star Sector, but getting a bit of the story done. See if they stay true to the whole... they're yapping less and doing more actual stuff. Because if it's if they just add more of the cinematic stuff, like they did with My Day, I'm all for it. That shit was great. Problem is just stuff in between. There we go. That's that taken care of. Quickly dump this shit. Job done. Yeah, there's a new event already. Eesh. I have to do the story first. So. God damn it, dude. That's the one I want. Sport challenge.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before the meal?
But yeah, just spending my my stamina and then I'm doing story. For an hour or so. Depends on how long it captures me. And then I'll head over to what's it called? Star Sector. But yeah, I hope it can capture me. Primarily playing the game because I like the combat and steady progress. Because I'm probably somewhat addicted to progress, but you know. As long as it doesn't affect my bank account. Might actually be. It all rolls in. But which isn't gonna happen, but my fucking HP boots are horrible.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
I should actually double check if I should still farm this domain, because I'm skipping Casterus now. But I didn't get lucky. So there's probably stuff that has better value than this. Oh, for fuck's sake. Double crit but on defense chest with an attack. Okay. Maybe. Probably not. Okay, sorry. Let's see.
Be grateful for all
yes. The Nexa testing.
Watch this magic trick.
There gonna be a combat even? Or is it just talking?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Anaxagoras.
What the fuck is this?
It's been a while, Lord Anaxagoras.
Well, that's something ominous he seems to be missing.
I greet you
A heart and all
on behalf
that.
of all the citizens of Akima, and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
It's you, somebody we totally know that exists.
Lying carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are anti-Catherans here?
Still don't understand why they always have that weird pause at the end instead of just going to the next. Like, why? To the war.
I extend to you my
And then he continues.
respect, revere, Titan. I am like
Be nice if it flowed more.
You may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
There you go.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We anti-Catherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls.
Who they know?
Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar.
I mean, it's literally in the backyard of
Zagreus,
Glass.
I can sever the
Domain.
golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
The demigod should know.
Can't really complain about being listened in on when you're having a conversation in someone's backyard.
They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
Particularly if that
May I interpret
person who
this
owns the backyard is
as
listening.
you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with
Okay.
ordinances fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima,
Why do they have to talk in
have
this
long known the extent of their abilities. Let's
in this
focus for
manner,
now
you
on
know?
asserting authority.
So inefficient.
Lord Lygus, lead the way.
Could have cut this whole conversation in maybe a third.
Surely, Lady
Will
Kairos
convey the same meaning.
appreciate such assertiveness in an ally.
But yeah. Oh shit, look at him go.
Waiting. Follow me, please. Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
What now? Is Tribby gonna have to open a gate or what is?
Nothing really. It's just
Hold
a
me very
question that
nice
I
to her.
contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind?
I'm sure he would have shared it if you hadn't interrupted him.
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long...
Oh, I'm sure that's gonna happen in a very nice
Something that carefully may be
cinematic moment.
past.
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action. Whereas death signifies a static
If that big
state.
ball isn't going out by the end of the storyline, I mean,
In contrast
before
to
it's a
mortals,
storyline,
Titans
I'd be
exist
very
on a
surprised.
grander scale of space.
That
and
thing's
time,
gonna come crumbling down.
thus elongating
smashing
their
Kefali and
passage
everything.
into death. The notion of their fall is
It's too
but a
much,
misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Of a giveaway, if you ask me.
Ah,
Titan
intriguing.
bearing the world, getting crushed by it.
Challenging to substantiate.
I'd be very surprised if that doesn't happen.
Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
Since some past era. Imminent.
The gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal the perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Could you provide more exposition?
The kin of the Sky Father, as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
Would be a problem, wouldn't it?
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible.
The fuck?
Please, Professor.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries
Oh,
a greater
shit.
sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh, what a joyous occasion.
I just looked up the conditions a bit.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered
Big
divinity.
viewership count must be 10 or higher.
The honor should rightfully
They
be
changed
mine.
this since the last time they did it.
I'll notify Kindness and the others.
So I'm
of your
probably not even gonna get the rewards.
Kindly wait for him.
Unless that tooltip is wrong.
Soldier will be
Oh well.
here to guide you shortly. In the meanwhile, you are welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the grove perceive another Titan.
Off you go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease.
Can she not read his mind?
Investigate the Council of Elders' recent activities first.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from here.
That's what I thought. That's what I... Oh, chests. Gimme chests. Found one.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Yes, I can ignore the quest. Is there anything to fight? Come on, give me something to fight.
Go melt it down.
I wanna see what this guy can do. Probably not a whole lot with
Professor Anaxa!
random equipment, but
Here!
I mean, if there's not gonna be combat, I'm gonna be mad. Can I go through here? Nope. Yeah. Price is whatever. Okay. Probably didn't screw anything up, otherwise that would have given me another option. Chance. Oh, not like this. There we go. Easy enough. Not, however, the challenge I want. Challenge the event, you know. Catch. Where are you? Okay, butterflies is what we're looking for this version. Big surprise. Where's this guy here? I'm going to test you with his thumper. Sure. Interesting. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Yep. Okay. No fight yet. That's almost certainly where I need to go next.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
Oh boy. Yep. Exactly not what I want. Probably need to overlap these like so. Nope.
Go melt it down.
That's almost like jumping. Definitely elevated. Let's see. Ah. They can obviously handle in the Z-axis. Let us jump.
I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kephale's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan.
What?
As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Sure, but I want to
Seeing as we were
fight
able to
somebody,
hear of this
so...
matter from the mouths of others, it seems that kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kefali's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the god of deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
The Deliverer, aka Final? Guess we know which core flame he's gonna get.
I ask
Or which
you,
titan
Khabib,
he's gonna kill.
go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
There and up there. Touch. I do wonder if this is all just gonna be another fake out again. Considering this shit might be a simulation again.
Professor Anaxa!
And nobody actually dies. That's what pissed me off a bit.
Professor Anaxa?
They just don't
Word
ever
has
have
it that the
stakes.
scholars of the grove valiantly perished resisting the black tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
But that's probably part of why Bellobog was so good. They actually had stakes back there.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the council? I heard that after the black tide devoured the grove, Akuma would be next in line, even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone.
Did they now?
Yet, when the Crown Prince
And the weird break
guided
again.
and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there.
Might. Nah, they just called for an assembly that only happens once every 5 to 10 years for no good reason.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
I
Looks that
was
red
really
armband.
curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours, just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think. I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Give me stuff to fight! It's disgusting giving me a character for the story that I can't use.
every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
As a result,
What?
mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
So did they have a forbidden apple as well in this case?
Quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
Couldn't.
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
But yeah, this feels a little suspicious that it might be a simulation again.
Save me back then.
What exactly are we?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
Hinting that they might not be people.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawnfloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your actions?
The entire plan is stored in my memory, so why don't you look there?
Come on, get on with it.
Then don't mind if I do. 1-year-old? Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent 7 sages must hug his Dromastal to sleep? How interesting.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
And now she's gonna tell us.
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it.
Okay, he's
It's
gonna
a
tell us.
present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
That's a big fucking family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I
Dun,
can't
dun,
bear to look.
dun.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help,
Which is 4
my
out
efforts
of
were
12.
ultimately futile.
This...
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of the Lysis'
I'm not imagining this, right? They are talking really
I remember
slowly
that person.
and with purpose.
He was the one to come up with the concept of souls.
Yeah, they definitely are. They just...
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition,
Yeah, no, this is way too slow.
and transformation of matter, all stem from
Is this the
souls
same in
themselves.
every
This
piece of
is why
media?
I thought that since all living things stem
Is that
from
actually a thing? Do
origin,
people always talk this
why
slow
could I
in
not sacrifice
in
myself
story games?
in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Anaxa, you... I did it, teach, but this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre.
Sure.
Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once. to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise,
Oh, did he resurrect somebody?
judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm.
I see. I remember some anime about alchemy and reviving people.
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye.
Okay, yeah, they definitely took inspiration from that. Yep.
All I
Full
received
Metal
in
and Axa.
price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time. Nothing more.
But they backed out and didn't make it as tragic.
Let
Because
it
they're
go, Anaxa.
pussies.
As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it. Never do something taboo ever again.
Should have taken an arm or something, not just the eye.
And never harm yourself.
Make it more
Do that. This classroom will still
more jarring.
have a chance to live out your own.
I mean, an eye patch is kind of boring, you know.
Since I was able to see her one last time,
Would have taken an arm or an arm and a leg and replaced it with some of
you're
the
right, teacher.
whatever the fuck the warriors are, some of those parts. Or Lycus's
Sincerely glad
stuff.
for you, child.
Oh, be a sick look.
Now then, what topic would you like to study?
I wish to
Just lean into it as much as possible, you know. You're already stealing from Full Metal Alchemist, might as well steal that whole
You know
binding
the
to an
world
armor
has
part.
long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye.
Come on, let me fight something.
My view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related.
Ooh, he's
at all.
misdirecting her.
The
Come on.
answer lies within the
What's with the weird pauses?
If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish
Do
the
they have
validity of reason to
the
me.
same pause timing in Chinese?
Waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you
Like,
to
hold
tell
on
me
to
your
it.
secret.
And then fucking continue.
After all,
Not hold on to
this
it.
is what equivalent exchange means.
My story ends here, right? Come on.
As expected, you laid a trap.
It would flow so much better if they just kept going.
Unfortunately,
These pauses are so
only
unnatural.
if I was willing to talk about my past. I may not know more about it than you do.
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned reason type
Like when I click, it
is now
flows way better.
a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely disappointed by this.
And then she has a
End
comeback.
of humanity. Remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance
So much better
is the
like this.
greatest wisdom of all.
Like,
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that.
if you want to have
you're the
thoughtful
only
pauses, you
one who
need to
can
have
shed
them
light
do
on my
some
query. As the
emoting,
saying goes,
looking to the
only
side
see
or
most
stuff like
clearly.
that. Just you're not making me believe he's thinking about his answer if he's perfectly still.
I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is of the essence. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival, so please depart forthwith.
Stupid ass pauses.
Carefully. The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I mean, he keeps bleeding. It's fairly obvious he's still alive.
What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth,
Isn't that the Droma's? Draped in finery.
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry.
Ooh.
He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Your nickname is Dromus as well? You must really like...
Eh. Nope. I saw that guy. Yep. Now I definitely saw it. Stop controlling my camera. Fuck off, yes. Give me that. Aye, aye, Captain. Captain, my captain. So.
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Is there anything I can
Lord
fight
Lygus
here?
and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my lead.
Maybe
for
this
now.
guy? Nope.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Yes, you can. This is a temporary buff, so something. Alright, I need to revert it as well. Okay, buff. Still nothing to fight though. So I'm probably gonna get to use him in one goddamn battle. Where do I need to get this guy? One, he's probably gonna fold. I mean... Right, reset. I'm gonna guess it's like... Oh... No, it's not. This is just for me to drop down. Boop, boop, boop. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Hold on a sec. Trial and error, there we go. Fuck. B. Forgot about that part of the... there we go. Just do that, right? There we go. Oh, fuck me, right, I need to... Just do that over here, why did I not do that over here? Shit. Wait a second. Am I being stupid? On, off, on. Now I'm in the wrong position. I need to waste one move downstairs where I'm going up. How am I not getting this? Probably need to have him fall down, right? I can then dodge him. Like so. Right, and then I should have been downstairs to drop him down. Bloody hell. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm so bad at this. How? The fuck? Am I so goddamn bad at this? Oh no. I fucked up again. But I think that's probably it. Go over. Oh my fucking god. Not again. There we go. Fucking took me long enough. Sometimes do you feel like, yep, nobody could ever struggle with these puzzles, and then the next puzzle you're struggling with it for some fucking reason. In range. It is. Get another buff. Going to be a butterfly around here somewhere. Come on, fight.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Just welcoming me.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Newsporists of the Grove of Epiphany.
Elder. So she's probably 1,000 years old or something.
Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed.
Don't forget about the grapes and
I have not been welcomed with
servants and the fanning.
gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd,
Oh, actually, that's the
the
Romans.
host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core.
Does he have shorter pauses than the others?
Grand feast for all of the guests.
Oh, never mind.
Everyone, stand down.
I wonder if that's just the same pause timing
I am but a
in
feeble
Chinese and
scholar who is not
English,
used
and
to
that's why it's not
substantial
flowing, because they don't customize the pauses.
No need to be humble, my lord.
Again, that would be
From
really
my
weird.
perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our...
I can't be it. Otherwise it would sometimes just cut off.
So,
And vice versa.
you wish to start a war?
So it's on purpose.
Well, since the crisis
Which also makes no
are
sense.
calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs. But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears. I was
Why do they
fortunate
not?
to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa.
So how is she this old as well in that case? People just get thousands of years old.
It's normal for
No
ideas to have
fucking
supporters and dissenters.
no
Just
reason.
like how there are two types of people in this world. Geniuses and dimwits.
More commonly known as retards. Not hiding any. Let's see. Next puzzle I can struggle at. Hold on a second. What? The fuck? What? What the fuck? How am I gonna get that from the fuck? What the actual fuck? What? Okay, now I have to move everything by one or what? Nope. What happens if I drop this down here? And this here? What the fuck? Where do you go? It does go down here. That means I...
If Cersei saw this
Right.
puzzle, they'd die from laughter.
Guy just dissed me. But yeah, I forgot about the double overlaps. What's over here? Chest at the lead. Probably a butterfly somewhere.
Go melt it down.
No? Don't see anything to interact with. Oh. Keep on walking.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxa. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries.
Hold on, is this his core flame?
15 days, this site shall
I mean,
also
Kephalis?
become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history. May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the era
So carefully is
a golden
powering
age
the
with
simulation.
no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence truly exist?
Probably not.
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have, as expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
It would be nice to see his convictions in a battle.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the
Thank you a
Council
lot
of
for
Elders.
that.
Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Does she? Question.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally, this includes the guards as well. You're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the era Chrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently.
Talk is cheap, that's why he needed the break.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
Ah, it's not a pause, it's an option.
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaya. She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed.
But why?
Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
If Aglaya required a suitably intelligent Chrysos heir, then I'm the best fit for her needs. However, it's quite evident that she has no need for a Chrysos heir who could break free of her control at any time. Since I believe in neither Titans nor the prophecy,
I mean,
there's no way that I would
he
willingly
made a
walk on the
trailblazer,
path that she extols.
an heir, so
Given how rigorously she enforces her principles, how would she ever accept a heretic such as me?
bad reasoning there.
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every oppressed citizen.
Doesn't actually seem that unreasonable so
However,
far.
I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are
Although, you know,
only
then
growing in
opposing
magnitude.
saving the
The
world.
peace that
But,
we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Although the circumstances are rather unfortunate from an objective point of view,
Oh.
it is an undeniable fact that ever
Close
since
that
the
for now.
Grove was attacked, I have become the de facto leader of the Grove. The Council of Elders needs more backing if it wishes to topple Aglaya, and it's evident that the Academy wields considerable influence.
I can just open it up again
I have served as the
and
Grove's special
disable
envoy to
the
Ottawa for a significant
care of
amount
that.
time. Of course,
Where is it?
this also means that I will hold a
Our
crucial
sector. There we
vote
go.
at the Citizens' Assembly.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your at this stage.
Questions?
It's clear that you and I
Ah, fuck, I
understand
can't
the
start it
benefits
yet.
to be won from this discussion.
Because that's gonna block my
Let me put it
screen.
plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that
If it gives me an
fairness
option,
is
I can't
built
choose
on a
it. That's the problem.
foundation of sincerity. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
So much yapping, let me fight something. Been an hour,
My loyalty
almost.
does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment.
There's something to fight, please.
As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to
Apparently.
Cloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame. No, more like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
So they're giving the rewards twice for streaming,
that of
but only to
importance
people
to
with
you?
enough viewers. This is
All
fucking
you need to
disgusting.
know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow.
Fucking
If that
disgusting.
happens,
Ooh.
the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead.
Huh.
Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Let me fight something. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall see. Yes, yeah.
I've got to say,
Fuck's
you
sake.
managed to really impress me again. But
I'm risking starting
Dying to know.
starting Star Sector in the background, which is gonna lock me out of controlling my screen for a while.
Me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answers soon enough. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what the true masters of
Okay, I can control it with the keyboard, so.
Who watches over everything.
I technically can walk and everything, I'm guessing. Yep, can go blind.
An expected visitor. Welcome once again.
Okay.
You know, you could actually skip all
Yes.
the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali.
Ah, but I have done this. Save me an hour.
I have no reason
Would have been
to
handy.
refuse you, do I?
You may not, but Kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama. She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that...
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the world bearer.
How convenient it is to be able to...
Oh, my screen's back.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated titan in person. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this journey. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the Holy Mountain.
Is there something to loot?
Since believed that scaling this titan cliff is one way of being a god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Butterfly, butterfly.
Titan hymns are beyond.
Look like it. Ah, there is one. Found it myself. No, give me the chest.
Take this Yanis shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
Shortcut, but we still need to go up a staircase.
I never expected you to not ask me anything. Not even my motive.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey. I believe Kefali will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of death. You must be closer to Kefali than anyone else.
What?
Wouldn't you agree?
I would not agree. He's not the death
Go
type.
as you say, then.
Unless...
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world is bound to turn it upside down.
Star Sector's almost started.
It is my hope that you bring a much needed change to this world.
There we go.
Is on
Okay.
the brink.
See if I get a fight on the other side, otherwise that's where I'm gonna end it. I would have liked to get that, try out an Axa, but you know, because I'm not gonna pull for it.
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn Cloud's peak.
What a
More yapping! Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades.
You
And even though
have
I've
to be
come
shitting me,
this
mate.
far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
I must be getting ahead of myself
How?
to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
How could there be so much fucking yapping?
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time to get used to how I feel about things. Alright, we're just a short hike away.
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
Intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh?
I mean, it's genuinely just an hour of them talking. Without any sensible interruption.
Body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight.
Well, you're gonna carry me, yeah, whatever.
I know how.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more.
Wait. Hey.
Huh?
Do we even get to see souls?
Okay. It doesn't look like there's gonna be a battle. So... quickly loot some stuff. Alright, there's the Seal Slammer stuff. Hey, Twitch drops. Ooh. Anyway. Let's go over there. Hold F for this. There we go. Oh shit, 12 mods. Probably change the category over. Sure.